Hello everybody, my name is Sapphire from Sapphire's Media Productions, and I just want to say happy 1 year anniversary! 1 year ago, as of the 21st of June, our first video came out. It was a pretty clean, simple cut, not really, of Space Engineers, so I thought, to commemorate the occasion, let's do a review, or I guess, like, kind of a review, of every single episode I've done so far in a short span of time, because that would take forever. So, unfortunately, we couldn't get the actual thumbnails originally from the episodes, sadly, because of some old computer issues. So, I had to go in there manually and screen grab it, so it's not the best quality, and I'm sorry about that, but this is the best we could do. So the first episode of the series was Sapphire Media Productions' final event on Phobos Engineered Weaponry Server and Space Engineers, Iteration 3 specifically. So as you can see on screen now, this was a pretty simple battle, looking at a bunch of ships in space. It was just the fun final event of the server to have all the players fight the main admin scapegoat. We lost. We lost really, really bad. And next up on the arrangement is Event 2 of Phobos Engineered Weaponry Server and Space Engineers, Iteration 4.5. Now, you're probably wondering, why is it Iteration 4.5? The reason for that is very simple. No, it's not. No, it really is. It really is. And the reason was, I think we made a running joke that, oh hey, the iteration was won at the first event, no survivors, new iteration, so we made it iteration 4.5. So, this event was basically a raid on a small little base, and whichever team acquired the base, well, it was theirs to keep and to loot. My team didn't actually win the fight, sadly, and it was fun. I was using this ship from another creator on the Steam Workshop. That's no longer there. I mean, the space version is, but the original version isn't, sadly. It's a pretty good video. One of my favorites to edit, honestly. One of my favorites. So, this one doesn't really count as a video, because this is my 4th of July experience, and it was basically just a picture reel of screenshots I took from my first time playing VR on desktop, or not desktop, first time playing VR in PC VR mode on a poor little laptop. That thing is suffering. And this is a picture reel, like 30-ish seconds, and I just wanted to get that out there because it was a good video, and honestly, the only reason it exists is because I had nothing to do on 4th of July, so I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm going to take some pictures. And that's what I did. This was one of the other Space Engineers events called the Scrapyard Scuffle. And as you can see, this was basically one of the most boring events of any video I've ever made. As like 95% of it was just me scrapping ships and assembling, I think, out of a carcass of an old one that I managed to recover. I think because of this video in particular, it changed the way that this channel was going from just pure Space Engineers content to actually being what it is today. This was the first time I decided to put my voice out there. This was the first time in maybe years that I've put my voice online in a recording, and it was just to go over why I made my name. It was just me talking about the history of my name. I won't bore you with that. You go watch the video if you want to see that. And it was behind the voiceover. It was just me creating a character in Code Vein. Although thinking back, I could have done something else. But the name did come from Code Vein, so it was fitting. It was fitting. Pretty good video. Had a bit of a speed warning on it because of how fast it was going. Yeah. Halo Infinite. But this was my first time doing gameplay with voiceover, which was significantly harder than I thought it would be. But this was the first proper video I had made that had gameplay as a main feature, but also wasn't Space Engineers. And now we've come to this. Oh god. This is my Undertale Let's Play, or at least episode 1 of it. And the reason why this exists is because a bunch of my friends had always been talking about Undertale, and I'm just sitting here like, I have no clue what you're talking about. What is Undertale? Yeah, I am that uncultured. I'm so sorry. I decided that I'm gonna play this, and instead of just playing it on my own, you know what? I'll record this, and I'll make a YouTube series out of it. Ergo, now we have an Undertale Let's Play. It's been on hiatus for a bit, but I plan to begin production again in July. Assuming this doesn't come out before July. Yeah, and it was pretty fun. This is just the episode getting me through the basics, trying not to die. I did die a few times, and I made some significant progress in the game. This one goes back to how our videos used to be made before voiceover was a thing on this channel, because I couldn't exactly record the call I was in at the moment, so I had to make some sacrifices on the quality of the video, sadly, but it still came out significantly well, and I have no regrets. It was just a fun little get the caravan across the arena type event. But the event went well. We didn't win, but we had a blast doing it. Episode 2 of Undertale. Now this one left me crying due to some mistakes that I made during the gameplay. Quick summary that we don't have to go watch it. I ended up accidentally killing Toriel because I didn't know how the gameplay exactly went, and I will regret that for every minute that I look back and play Undertale. Next up, Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 was probably the most adult game that I've had on this channel, not counting Vrchat. But either way, this video was a blast to make, and I had a lot of fun. I would love to do something like this again, but alongside some friends on a group chat, and I would love to record that one day because I think that'd be a blast, honestly. So yeah. Undertale episode 3. Oh god, I remember this one. I made a lot of progress. I think I died once or twice, and I love to this day voicing Papyrus and Sans, just making like Sans the like deep voice person ever, and I can't do Papyrus's voice right now because my throat's been hurting. But just making Papyrus like the most high pitched funny voice, it makes me smile so much. Like genuinely, it brings me so much joy. Now we reached modern day, or yes, yeah, we reached the time after the hiatus. So what I mean by this is I took a 3 month break from YouTube just to let school and other things take over my time. And when I came back, I decided to immediately unlaunch the VTuber project. And I did that with a good old episode of Lethal Company. Dear God, this was hectic. My computer crashed. I was experiencing desync due to the program I was using, and I just gotta say, 10 out of 10 would record again. So this video was my channel trailer that I had been in the works for since December, even prior. And it was just a small little compilation, kind of what we're doing now, of content I've done in the past and what I have planned for the future. And it was just a good old fun-fashioned video. And honestly, I did really good. I like it. I'm really proud of this one. Now, this one. Oh God, this one. Of the local police department of Vrchat, a roleplay group centered around role playing and having fun scenarios. And this group every year from this point on forward is going to host an event dedicated to the history of it. And I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to have an amazing tour guide to be for the first one. And I decided that I was going to record it and post it to YouTube for anyone who was unable to make it to the event this year, and just have a piece of the group's history online. And speaking of the LPD, immediately after that tour, we did an event where we ran the old equipment from the previous years of the virtual reality local police department. And I decided that I would participate in that patrol, and we got a 911 call about a disturbance at an unnamed supermarket. And during this, we had some funny hijinks and scenarios. So I think I had a blast, and I think the other people playing with me also had a blast. So yeah, and that brings us to the end of the and that brings us to the end of our first year of this channel, where and honestly, this year I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's been amazing just seeing content that I've made be on YouTube. And honestly, even then, it wouldn't matter if it weren't for you guys. You guys are what keep me going, are what's keeping me going. So thanks. See you around to another year. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I just want you to know that I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, check out these ones next to me. They're pretty cool, and a lot of work was put into them. So have an amazing time, and don't burn your cereal. I'll see you around.